ungodly amount of
You are
pause.
now entering the world of a movie review. A world full of drama, joy, ridicule, movie spoilers, unpopular opinions, and adult humor for as far as the eye can see. Welcome to An Evening at the Movies.
Hi. Welcome back to everybody's favorite movie review based podcast. This is An Evening at the Movies, the podcast where we eat the stale popcorn, we drink the watered down sodas, and we talk about all of our favorite movies and why we love them. Um, before I get to all the formalities of the introduction, though, uh, I would like to welcome back everybody's favorite co hostess, who was not with us for the introduction last week, but then here for the middle of the episode, and then not here for the conclusion and all of that because her was feeling kind of sick and had an ear infection and all that happy horse shit. So, welcome back,
Oh,
co-host.
bad news. Thanks. I'm glad to be back. Ear infection is gone. Now I'm injured from my shenanigans at the 4th of July party last night. So,
I was gonna say ear infection is gone, but broken leg is back.
yeah. Well, hopefully not. I'm worried that I might have broken a toe or two, but I hopefully they're just sprained. But yeah, I've got some gnarly road rash from tripping off the curb and falling onto the street.
I want
But
to
I
put
didn't
this
set
out
my
there
hair on
for all the
fire.
listeners. Yay! And I am putting this out here for anybody who's watched the show for a significant period of time. Chancy Gripe and I had nothing to do with what happened last night. So
Now,
if you've been here, you know our history, but we did not cause what happened last night. So
no, that
but
was
we are glad you are.
wine and gummies
Go
and
ahead.
gravity is what caused that.
Yeah. When you start to get to be our age, gravity is a bitch.
It really is. It really is.
So
So yeah.
we
But
are
new
glad
month,
you
new
are
theme, and
okay.
I'm excited. Oh yes, thank you. It hurts like a mofo, but I should be fine. Could
We
have been
know you
worse.
will because you're a freaking badass, and at the same time, you weren't going to let a fall off a fucking curb affect you from talking about today's movie or helping us
No,
kick off this month's theme, especially since your name is specifically in the damn title.
exactly.
So, for those of you who don't know, and wow, I'm impressed. We've got a couple listeners, and I didn't even announce that we were going live.
Nice.
So, go figure. Well, I did announce it, but I just didn't say what time. But that was still a couple of days ago, and people are probably still hungover, sleep deprived, all of that, whatever your preferred emotion is over this holiday. But so yeah. But anyway, back to uh, 2026 year of the theme. We've done some Razzie Awards. We've done some slept on 80s movies. We've done powerful female performances. We've done cop movies. We've done martial arts. We've done courtroom movies. Damn, this list is getting long. It's going to be hard for me to remember this starting here in a couple months.
Well, I mean,
Um,
you don't necessarily have to announce them all either, but
well, I
whatever
don't
you want
have
to
to,
do,
but I choose
write it
to
down.
because I'm trying. Well, even then, I still the eyesight isn't as great as it was 20 years ago either. So, but um, it is the beginning of a new month, which means we have a brand new theme for you. Um, officially, I decided to go with, and the co-hostess agreed and liked the name of the theme for the month. So we're going to go with "Sing Along with Amanda Month." So
Yay.
this month we will be talking not four, but hopefully five musicals. and
Woo-hoo.
enjoying, because especially we're kicking it off with something that I've been threatened with bodily harm if I didn't watch for
Yeah.
so long. I believe it's actually been 2 years, probably. If I don't think it's,
I tried to watch it.
I don't think it's longer than 2 years, but it feels like a year was a little bit too short. Either way, it's a long time of angry curses that have been thrown in my direction from that one because I haven't watched it. But as of this week, we can officially not say that anymore because guess what I have watched? Um, I have officially 100% watched Hamilton. Don't
Thank
shoot the
God.
messenger. But yes, this month we will be talking Hamilton. We will be talking West Side Story. We'll be talking Hairspray 2007, not the original. South Pacific. And
Yay.
the plan is Mr. DeAndre Robinson from Mass Debaters and all things I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network. We'll be here for Little Shop of Horrors before the end of the month as well. So
I'll
lots of stuff to
be a
cover in July.
dentist.
Do what I tell you. Sing along with Amanda month.
I mean, you have to.
Well, I mean, luckily, a couple of these musicals that we'll be talking about are old enough that they fall under public domain. So you should be able to sing till your heart's content and not worry about getting us kicked off of YouTube.
I think if I sing
So
it, it's okay. It's just if we play it. Excuse me.
I don't know what the
I don't know.
copyright rules are, and I yeah, I'm not trying to understand it either. So, but I did forewarn Amanda that I have a surprise for her for this episode. So before we get to Hamilton, we're going to play a little game.
Okay.
We're going to keep, kill, reboot.
Okay.
I'm sure she probably put two and two together when I said surprise that was what it was going to be.
Yeah, I figured.
So I've got 3 sets of 3 for you.
Okay.
Obviously, keep, kill, reboot. For those of you who don't know, our version of fuck, marry, kill. You're gonna keep, kill, or reboot one of the things in this list. So first up, we have Rent, High School Musical, Mamma Mia.
Ooh. Ooh. I think I would keep Mamma Mia, reboot Rent, and kill High School Musical.
Thank you.
I don't mind High School Musical,
And
but it's not whatever.
it was fine the first 2 or 3 times I saw it, but my goddaughter happened to be right at that age growing up where she saw it, and that was literally the only thing she wanted to watch for on a loop.
Oh no,
And
I
it's like,
know. I know. I was there too.
yeah, well, Allie was literally a couple of years older than Abby is, so they're right in that same age range. By the way, pause. Happy 22nd birthday yesterday to Miss Abby.
Yay. I am not old enough to have a 22-year-old, but whatever. Okay.
Evidently, you are.
Evidently.
Second round. Keep, kill, reboot. Grease. Sweeney Todd. Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
Are you sensing a
Um,
theme with these 3 rounds?
well, they're musicals, yeah. Is that it?
Oh yeah, that's the theme, and trust me,
Okay.
the 3rd round is the best of the 3.
Okay, so Grease, Sweeney Todd, and what? Mama? No, what was the other one?
Wizard of Oz, Sweeney Todd, and Grease.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep Wizard of Oz. I'm gonna kill Grease because I don't think that show that it's all so inappropriate, and I don't think you could recapture the magic that they had without and also having to make it PC. Like I don't see it happening.
Not as
Um,
inappropriate as the sequel.
yeah. And then I'd say reboot Sweeney Todd. Johnny Depp could actually still play him again if they wanted.
Johnny Depp is an American treasure. I said what I said,
I agree.
even if he does live in Europe. All right. Are you ready for the main event?
Yes.
Okay. So, round 3, we have. Wicked.
Okay.
We have South Pacific.
Okay.
And, drum roll please, Hamilton.
I mean, Hamilton Wicked are so new that it's like I'm keeping Hamilton, I'm rebooting South Pacific, and I'm killing Wicked. You can't reboot Wicked. It's
But
like 2 years old.
uh, the stage production's like two and
Well,
a
I
half decades
know.
old, but yeah. But yeah, and I honestly assumed there was no way in hell you were killing or rebooting Hamilton.
No. And I think South Pacific, while it does have some uh, uh what's the word I'm looking for? It could be rebooted and they could take out some of the, blatant racism and it would still be okay.
I'm sure that topic will be coming up in a couple of weeks when we get to
Yeah.
that on the schedule as well. So, all right, that was a lot of fun. I got to
Yes.
fuck with you just a little bit. So, um, but yes, I know this was supposed to be done a couple of days before and then released the day before. But before we get started, though, I do want to say happy 250th to the land that we love, our home country, who just turned 250 yesterday, the United States of America.
250.
Highly not
Woo!
perfect, but still
Yeah.
deserves to be celebrated on its 250th plus 1 day birthday.
Yes. Agreed.
So, all right. Are we ready for the Hamilton?
I am ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. For those of you who do not know, Hamilton released on July 3rd, 2020. I did not realize it had been out for that long to stream.
Yep.
I feel even worse now that it took me this long to finally watch it. Um, was directed by Thomas Kail. That is not a good last name to have. You're always going to be teased about being a salad. Um, was released by obviously Walt Disney Pictures. Had a $12.5 million budget. I don't know how they came up with this number because I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it was released in theaters,
It was
but
not.
had a $21 million budget, or a box office, I mean.
I mean, they probably just count people paying for streaming to watch it.
That would make sense. And obviously, with it being a Walt Disney Picture movie, performance, whatever your definition is, and I know we're going to get into it because Amanda's already said we're going to discuss, but it is currently available to stream on the Disney Plus app. And I do have a couple Rotten Tomato scores for you.
Oh,
Tomato
okay.
meter and popcorn meter. Let's go with popcorn meter first.
Okay.
On 1,000 plus reviews. Your guess as to what the audience gave this movie?
I'm gonna be harsh. I'm gonna say 95%.
You said 95%?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You weren't a big enough whore.
Oh. Okay. So it's higher. That makes me happy.
99%.
Very well done. Yes. As it should.
Are
And
you ready to have your heart broken?
oh, why the critics didn't like it as much? We'll go
203 reviews.
I'm gonna go 85%.
I kind of set you up to be blown up, though. It was 98%.
Okay. Well, you can't do that. That's not fair.
I didn't
That's
say there was
kind
a
of
rule against me
cheating.
doing it.
Well, I'm saying it. Okay.
I mean, honestly, would you have gone 98% if I hadn't said anything for
I was
critic review?
gonna go with 95 again. But
well,
that's
you would
okay.
have been still off, but not by
Yeah, but a
that
lot
much.
closer. Okay, so Hamilton, real quick. The awards kind of help us. So for people that don't know, if you haven't seen Hamilton, this is not a movie musical in the sense that others are. This is a recording of the Broadway show. So it's a movie, but it's not really a movie. But it did get nominated for both movie awards. Yeah, it did get nominated for
theater production.
Right, but it's a recorded version of it released as like a the crazy thing is it got nominated for film and TV awards. So Primetime Emmys, Leslie Odom Jr. was the nominations were for limited or anthology series or movie. And it won Outstanding Variety Special pre-recorded. So it was nominated for Best Director, Renee Elise Goldsberry for Supporting Actress, Leslie Odom Jr. and Lin-Manuel Miranda for Best Actor. So yeah. But then, the Golden Globes, it was nominated for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. And I can't believe this, but fucking Borat won that, which I was mad about.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
I like
that
immature
stupid
humor.
New Borat. Me too, but
okay. The new Borat is dumber than the first Borat.
I haven't seen it.
So neither of the two of those movies deserve any kind of major awards. I will say that right now.
Yeah. And so it was also nominated for some People's Choice Awards. Lin-Manuel Miranda actually won a favorite drama movie star at People's Choice. And then Kids' Choice, it was nominated. It was nominated for several NAACP Image Awards. So it got lots of flowers. And for people that don't know, I'll just tell you real quick that Hamilton follows the life of founding father Alexander Hamilton, from his journey as an orphaned Caribbean immigrant to George Washington's right-hand man during the Revolutionary War. It explores his intense political ambitions, the establishment of the U.S. financial system, and his untimely death in an infamous duel with Aaron Burr. So there you go.
Yeah, that's Hamilton in a nutshell.
Yeah.
About 2 hours and 40 minutes less than what the movie is.
Yeah.
I'm not talking shit though. So, all right. I want to go this direction with the discussion first, only because I
Okay.
feel like I want to get it out of the way, because there's going to be questions as to why it took KCB so long to get through this movie and watch it. And I feel like when it comes to this topic, Amanda's not going to have a whole hell of a lot to say anyway. So I will preface my response to what doesn't work about this movie by saying I do not hate this movie at all. I think it's well written. I think, and I'll get into more of this when we get to the review and rating portion. It's well written, it's well directed, it's well acted. The music is good. I even told you the other day I love the choreography in this movie. It's great. I think the aspect of the movie that I personally struggled with is, you know as well as I do, I love music, and music can be very calming and relaxing for me. So I think the explanation I'm personally going with for me is it's basically 2 hours and 30-40 minutes worth of non-stop music that calms my weird fucking brain to the point where it ends up lulling me to sleep. So
Oh,
I mean, that's
all
not
right.
that much of an excuse for not getting through the movie. And yes, part of it does factor into I just never got around to it. But that is my excuse as to why the movie always puts me to sleep, though, is because the music is great and it fucking relaxes me. It's not that I don't hate, or that I hate musicals, because I don't hate musicals at all. I actually really love musicals, and we're going to get into more of that later this month as well. But so yeah, so that is my fabricated excuse, and it's what I'm sticking with. So if people want to come at me with hate for that being it, then go right ahead. If not, we move on. So,
Yeah.
all right.
I mean,
Do you have anything that you feel that doesn't work about this before we move on to Amanda kisses Lin-Manuel's butt?
whatever. No, I mean, I think everything about this works. I think the only argument that could be made, but again, it's a fictional retelling of somebody's life, and it's, while mostly historically accurate, there are a few things in there that probably didn't happen. Well, like the whole Reynolds pamphlet thing. Um, I think he did publish that paper admitting that he had an affair. but it says historians agree that he was guilty of the financial corruption as well, but they made it seem like he wasn't in the show. Um, the Angelica thing, not historically accurate. She was already married to somebody before she even met him. Does that mean that she didn't harbor feelings for him? Not necessarily, but it's definitely not the way they portray it in the show, where like she let Eliza have him, like she was already married. It wasn't like a thing. And then some things about who met who and when weren't exactly timely accurate. But other than that, I mean, it's well told from what we know. There's only so much we can really know about that. And yeah, I think everything about this works. I think it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
I don't know about that per se. No, I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
Like I said, it's other than the fact that it was a lot more operatic than I thought it was going to be going into it. That would probably
Yeah.
be my only complaint that I have about the movie.
I guess
So,
if I had to make one criticism, in my opinion, Lin-Manuel Miranda cannot sing. He can write he wrote this and it's like amazing what he wrote and all the lines and the songs and whatever, but his voice is not great. Luckily, he doesn't do a lot of the singing, but still. He's also surrounded by people with amazing voices. I mean, Leslie Odom Jr., holy shit, that guy can sing. He steals the show, in my opinion. But every time I hear Wait For It, I
yeah,
get chills. Still, like every single time. Such a good song.
I don't think there's a bad song in the whole production.
I don't either. I love Jonathan Goff as the king. I also think he steals the show for like the maybe 5 to 7 minutes he appears. It's
Oh,
not
King
very long.
George.
Yeah, but he's so
No,
amazing.
every time he comes on, I end up freaking laughing my butt off just
Yeah.
because he's so out there and wacky, for lack of a better term.
I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. He's so funny.
Oh, I love that da 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 da. Just because it's just that little whimsical part of that character's attitude, just like da 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 da. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who it seems like, but yeah, it's just I'm gonna do what I want, and you can't stop me. So go fuck yourself.
Well, I love the song "You'll Be Back" because it's like a double entendre. It's like how they used to do Friends in the first few seasons, where they're talking about one thing, but it kind of sounds like he's talking about America like it's an ex-girlfriend. Like, so it's funny how he's like talking about it like it's a breakup, which it is, but it's like about a country. I don't know. I think it's funny.
No, that actually is a good metaphor for his thought process at the time. But yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, so I think that's funny.
Well, could even at the same time, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that wasn't the whole thought when the band of rebels got on freaking boats and left England and came here, while England just sitting back. Yeah, whatever. They'll be back.
Oh, I meant to show you. I'm wearing my "Include Women in the Sequel" shirt. Work.
What sequel are we including women in?
It's a line from one of the songs.
Oh, I
It's
missed that one.
oh, when
Okay,
she
there's a lot
sings,
of lines from a lot of songs
there
in that
are, there
movie.
are. She sings, "When I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'm going to compel him to include women in the sequel." Talking about, like, the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, oh yeah, okay. Now I remember that part.
Mark.
So, okay. If you had to pick your absolute number one favorite musical number from that movie, what would it be?
Well, that's my top 5. Do you want me to go ahead and tell you? Like, just my number 1?
Oh, well, no,
I
never
mean, I
mind. We'll
can.
put a pause. We'll put a pause in that then, since that's your number four. I forgot that was what your top five was.
Well, what's yours?
My top five
No, your
or my
favorite.
number one favorite?
Yeah.
I'm actually really partial to the opening number with
Mhm.
him getting, you know, well, because that's one of the quote unquote hip hop references that I grabbed onto was the introduction where um it's like what where they're basically like what's your name,
Yeah.
and
What's your
he's like
name, man?
Alexander Hamilton, and it was kind of a nod to, you know, Snoop Dogg and all of that. So I'm lucky I grabbed onto the couple hip hop references that I did because my hip hop knowledge brain is very
Well,
pea sized at the time.
yeah, but also I feel like it wasn't really fair to ask you to do that on your first watch. I did write all the ones down that I could catch, but what? Oops. Um, what other ones did you catch?
I'm not gonna lie, I only caught one other one,
Okay.
but there's certain other aspects of it that I was like, okay, that's very like a lot of the choreography was very hip hop esque.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
all of that. The we have one shot to live, kind of sort of a shout out to lose yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I got and definitely the cabinet battles are very 8 Mile, because they're basically rap battles, which I thought was cool.
Yes.
Um, one of my favorite ones is so he says it in My Shot, and then his son says it later too, but he says, "I'm only 19, but my mind is older." That's like from Shook Ones, like Mog Deep reference. I don't know if it's 19 or 18, but other than that, he says, I'm only 19, but my mind is older." Um, when he spells his name in My Shot, the Alexan, like how he does that, it's like the same cadence as Biggie and Going Back to Cali when he spells it out. So I thought that was cool.
Oh, yeah. I see that now.
The Winter's Ball when they're like, "The ladies," it's like from Hey Ladies, the Beastie Boys. Hey ladies.
I can see that too.
Let's see. In Helpless, there's like one of the parts where Alexander's singing to Eliza. He says, "No stress," and that's from the Fugees and Ready or Not. Like some stuff is just like it's certain cadences or whatever, but some of them is like direct quotes. Um, the Meet Me Inside song was like the same rhythm as part of Party Up by DMX. When they're saying meet him inside, meet him inside. There's a part of that song that's like that. Right Hand Man, when they're like, what? It's like DMX. That's what I thought of. I don't know. I mean, and if you, blah, blah, blah. Lynn made a playlist and released like a soundtrack of songs that inspired him that he listened to while he was writing this. So a lot of these songs were named on that, or he has said, like in one of the cabinet battles, what does he say? That it's like The Message by Grandmaster Flash. He's a why even bring the thunder. That was the
Oh,
same as
yeah.
like The Message. And then the second one, he says, if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President. That's from Juicy, Biggie. And I don't know if this was a direct reference, but it always makes me think of it when Hamilton's like, sit down, John, you fat motherfucker. That reminds me of Tupac. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. So, yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that's not a reference right there directly to Pac. So,
Yeah. And I know there's more than that. Those are just the ones that always stick out to me, but he has talked about a lot of
it
songs and artists
it
that
definitely
inspired him.
feels like that's a 2 hour and not to beat a dead horse, but 2.5 hour long homage to the hip hop genre.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a love letter to hip hop and New York, and I mean America, obviously. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love that. Okay.
I wish I had more of a knowledge of hip hop to where more of that would have jumped out at me and slapped me in the face. Where it's like
Yeah,
I know I'm seeing things flashing across the screen, for lack of a better term, but it's like okay, I can get the big stuff that's more linked to like a Snoop or Eminem or even like the Beastie
right.
Boys or something like that. But yeah, some of the other smaller stuff from people that I'm not necessarily as familiar with, yeah, it's kind
Right.
of right over my head.
I will say since this one's not in my top 5, one of my favorite, like, overall productions, not just the song, but the entire scene is the Battle of Yorktown. Like, showing how they won and, like, talking about how they're eating their horses, and, like, it's just the whole the music and, like, how it all builds up, it's so exciting, and then they're like, "We won, we won." I always get chills, and they're singing like the world turned upside down. I just thought that whole production, the choreography, the music, everything is like one of my favorite parts.
There's not a bad thing at all I can say about any of the choreography in this movie at all. Period. Like I love. I've always been a fan of the precision choreography type performances.
Yeah.
Like legit. I mean, I'm probably going to get ridicule for this one, but 25 plus years ago, at the height of their fame, you know, I loved watching like Backstreet Boys or NSYNC perform live with those dance routines that
Right.
were always so elaborate, and Britney and Christina too, and I mean all of that. It's like that was very much a part of live performances back then, and yeah,
Yeah.
stuff you definitely have to appreciate stuff like that because there's all kinds of hard work and dedication to go into seamlessly pulling that type of stuff off. So
Right. But I mean, like all the choreography in general, but specifically the slow motion. So, like when someone was getting shot, like when the sun gets shot and he's like falling in slow motion, like, oh my God. And then the rewind scene when it goes into Satisfied, and Angelica's rewinding that night, and all the people are doing everything they just did in reverse and slow motion. How freaking incredible is that? Like, I was blown away by that.
That's some creative genius.
Yeah,
No lie. So
definitely.
absolutely hats off to Lynn Manuel for and the director and everybody that helped create that whole entire. I mean, I know it wasn't just one person that did it.
Right.
So it's the performances, it's the directing, it's the writing, it's the everything. So I feel like this would definitely be something that would be more worthwhile to see live in a theater compared to having a laptop in your lap.
Yeah.
So
Um, so I want to talk about the cabinet battles for a minute because those scenes were also freaking amazing. And actually, I think I'm going to move that to an honorable mention so we can just talk about them because there's plenty of other songs. But I mean, first of all, yeah, like 8 Mile, like it's definitely a rap battle, but the lyrics on both of them are so sharp. Like, again, just back to his writing. First of all, David Diggs is Thomas Jefferson and Lafayette, but his Thomas Jefferson, just amazing. That guy can rap. He is like a, oh crap, who is that guy? It's not DMX. The guy that rapped like, oh, hold on. I can't remember his name. Hold on. Who is he was on a Chris Brown Buster Rhymes, that's who I'm thinking of. Like, Buster Rhymes can rap, like, insanely fast.
really, you couldn't remember the guy from Resurrection?
I kept thinking of DMX on I was thinking of the song Look at Me Now with Chris Brown, because there's a part on that where he raps, like, the way that David Diggs raps, like, when he's going really, really fast, like, that is exactly like the part of Busta Rhymes and Look at Me Now, and it's, like, so freaking fast, I don't even know how they do it. Um,
I couldn't.
no, no way. But, like, I love that, Jefferson's going on about, you know, "Don't don't tax Virginia because we got it made in the shade, and our debts are paid," and Hamilton's like, "Your debts are paid because you don't pay for labor." And he's like, "You plant seeds in the South, you create. Keep ranting, we know who's really doing the planting." I loved that so much. It was like, yeah, y'all don't have debt because you got slaves. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Hmm. Not saying who that sounds like, but you know, I know you're
Yeah.
picking up what I'm putting down.
Um. Okay, so I guess another thing maybe to address because I this was something that got talked about when it came out, um, and I'll go on record as saying that normally when something is being portrayed off actual history, I think the actors should match physically, racially, whatever, how that person was in real life. However, in this instance, because Lin-Manuel Miranda went into this saying that every single actor was going to be a person of color, that was what he wanted, and that was it. I think that's kind of amazing, and it doesn't actually bother. Like, to me, some people are like, oh, that takes away from it. I'm like, it didn't take away from it for me.
So I see the point that you're making, and um, I'm going to 100% back you up with this. Um, I feel like it would have been more disrespectful if it was being portrayed as historically accurate, and then he went the direction he did with how it was written and how it was cast and all of that, and then just kind of sort of yeah, whatever. I mean, if this is what you're going to do and tell the story from this perspective and this way, at least, okay, let's put it out on the table and let's be open and honest about it and know that I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just doing it from, you know, this creative mindset.
Right.
I don't have a problem with Lin Manuel Miranda doing that. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I think had he just done it for certain characters, like that might have been weird. But the fact that you went into this saying every single actor is going to be a person of color, like, then okay, that's
the
fine.
whole Hamilton universe
Right.
is that way.
Like, obviously, you wouldn't just go watch a movie where they cast a black person to play George Washington and expect it to be because that's not real. But again, because he did it with everybody, it's like a completely different scenario. I don't know. I
Yeah.
really liked it.
No, I
Um,
absolutely 100% have no beef with that at all. Just because,
because yeah, it would have just
why
been a
not
stage full of
have?
white people.
Hold on.
Looks like someone's
Now,
doggy wants to come in.
yes, he does.
These are wise words. Enterprising men quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, because I wrote them.
It,
He was so
good,
funny as
good
Thomas
time for sing
Jefferson.
along. Sing along with Amanda for a second. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. I'm getting left to just sing. Wow, you guys don't want to hear this, I don't think. Uh, okay, now I'm on the spot. Well, if you're watching, send me a comment and tell me what song you want to hear. Oh, in the nick of time. There we go.
I'm back. So,
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay.
yeah. So I know it's not necessarily directly the same aspect, but I know in a way it kind of sort of is, though. It's like the whole argument that comes up where, like they're casting the new James Bond currently, and there have been certain people who have been thrown out as potential next Bonds,
Right.
um, mainly Idris Elba.
I wish.
Whether or not
I think he's too old.
at this point, yeah, um, but there are people that have thrown out the whole argument that James Bond is not a POC,
He is
and
also a fictional character, so who cares?
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like when people got mad about The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is a talking fish. At what point do you think we need to be quote unquote realistic here? Like, if it's a fictional
yeah.
character, it should not matter who plays them as long as they can play the character. Now, when it's
Well, I
a
mean,
real person and you're doing like a biopic, yes, you need
yeah,
somebody that looks like that person. But yeah, when people get mad about that stuff, that's just racist. That you want your
I
James Bond to be white, just say that.
I don't necessarily classify Hamilton as a according to Hoyle biopic,
No,
just because there's obviously creative liberties that are taken with the
obviously,
history and with
yeah.
the story, and obviously the other side of the equation being Lynn's choice to go the direction he went with the casting and all of that. But you know, people need to just get
Yeah.
over with themselves and just allow yourself to be entertained by what is intended to be entertainment.
Yeah.
That's an, I don't think it's that hard to do.
Um, so okay, let's talk about Hamilton for a minute because I feel like I can't decide how much I like him and how much I don't like him. Like, he was obviously so smart, and dedicated and passionate, but like his family suffered because of his, uh,
Hmm.
I cannot remember words today. His ambition.
Drive,
Um,
ambition.
yeah, he cheated on his wife, like I don't know. I mean, I think the whole Reynolds pamphlet is what really pisses me off because, like they said, you ever watch anyone ruin their own life? Like, he wrote that, put it out there for the whole world to see that he cheated on his wife just so people wouldn't be mad at him politically. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude? What is the matter with you? Um,
Evidently a lot.
yeah. What do you think about
But
Burr?
I, I, my honest to God opinion of Burr was changed a lot because of this movie, because of the fact that I think growing up and going through various forms of U.S. history and whatnot, you're led to believe that he's this uber villainous, you know,
Right.
he murdered Hamilton, blah, 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 all of that. And you come into the journey that is this movie, and it's like, life isn't always, you know, art doesn't always imitate real life. And, well,
Right.
probably not the right words either, but, you know, you get where I'm going, though. It's like,
Yeah.
he doesn't, he's probably more sympathetic than what we're raised and taught to believe.
Right.
Maybe that's a better way of putting it. Um, Leslie Odom Jr.'s performance,
God, amazing.
probably if I was to do, it would have to be a top 10 favorite musical performances of all time. But he, I think, would be in my top five.
Yeah. Well, and I like well, most of it was excuses in the duel scene where he shoots Hamilton. He's like, there's 10 things you need to know. And he's talking about, Hamilton arrived with his crew and a doctor he knew, and Hamilton was wearing his glasses. And why wear your glasses unless you wanted to kill me? And, um, he's got marksman's ability and he's okay. Tell me if you believe this. He says he did not know that the spot he picked was the same spot where Philip died. I don't believe that for a second. I think Burr was a petty motherfucker and knew exactly what he was doing.
Oh, I'm not saying he's a perfect little innocent little angel by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
He's still just as flawed as Hamilton, but yeah, no, I 100% think he knew what the hell he was doing.
Yeah. Um, but then again, he does say, I only had one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter. And it's like, yeah, but then immediately after he starts singing about how, the world was wide enough for both of them and why couldn't he have realized that? And I survived, but I paid for it. Well, yeah, you murdered a man. So you should pay for it. Because I think at the end of the day, Burr was a little bitch baby who was too afraid to take a stand on anything. And he was so jealous of Hamilton because Hamilton had balls. He stood up for what he believed in. He picked a side. He didn't, I'm going to stay and see which way the wind will blow. Like, I
Well,
just,
no, and
he didn't have the
that's
guts.
yeah, no. There's definitely multiple layers to the characters, especially the main characters in this musical. So, and I
Yeah.
definitely creates a level of depth that, you know, this very easily could have been a retelling of just straight historical facts that we've been taught for the last
Right.
40 some odd years, you know, blah, 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 and then plug in the musical number here, musical number there, whatever. But
Yeah.
Miranda tried to create depth and feeling and emotion and all of that. And, you know, I'm here for it. So,
And then, of course, I mean, when their son dies, I do not know how Philippa Sue pulled off that scream for 100+ shows. Like that's I felt that in my soul every time I watch it. It makes my heart ache, and I'm like, I
yeah,
don't know how she managed to do that so many times.
I was going to say you could ask the Scream Queen herself, but she only really had to do it a small handful of times. Not
Well,
like
in a
every
horror,
day for 100 days or
right?
100+ days or whatever the her run on the show was.
But like a horror scream is different from a my heart is being ripped out of my chest scream. Like
True.
that, she deserved an award for that. Oh my god! And then, but yeah, that whole closing number of the show is so beautiful. I love where it's like talks about all the stuff that she did to keep his memory alive and all the things the other people did. And um, yeah, it was really, really beautiful. And then the very end was just like that moment too, where she's like, oh, like I don't know how she did that the same so many times, but whatever.
That's being a talented actor.
Very. Her voice is
Not
so
going to lie.
gorgeous. So yeah.
I will give this musical all the credit in the world because watching it in this style, being like a stage production and all of that, it definitely made me long for the days of being in high school when I was doing theater as well. So,
Yeah.
oh, the days of yore,
Yes.
30 some odd years ago.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
You're in the same
Next year it'll
boat,
be
so
next year it'll be 30 years since I graduated high school. So yeah. Okay. Well, now I got to
how
replace.
in
Well, I know what
the
I'm
hell did
replacing
you?
for.
You're not that much younger than I am.
I graduated in 97.
I thought you graduated a year behind me.
I graduated in 97. That's all I can tell you.
Well, evidently I was smart and skipped ahead in school then. So,
Apparently.
whatever. All right.
Okay.
Do you have
Top
a
fives.
top five that you would like to share with our esteemed listeners, viewers,
I
whatever you
do.
want to
And
call them?
this felt like trying to pick a favorite child, but I did pick my top 5 favorite songs from the show. Um, 3 honorable mentions that we haven't already talked about. One Last Time, I thought that was beautiful. I can't remember the actor's name right now, but the guy that plays George Washington, his voice is gorgeous. He's gorgeous. Love it. Helpless, I think, is another really good one. And then the closing number, Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story. I love that they really like it's like Hamilton and Washington both understand that history is going to remember them. You know, like when he's saying right before he dies, what's a legacy? It's planting seeds for a garden you'll never get to see. And, you know, Washington says, you have no control over who lives, who dies, and who tells your story. And it's like, they were both very aware. I mean, they even say history has its eyes on you in the show. So I liked that. So sorry, I'm off topic, but that was just that was a thing in the show that I thought was cool that they were constantly aware of. Okay. Number 5 is It's Quiet Uptown. I sob like a fucking baby. That's the song after Philip dies. And they're singing about, moving, and it's, they've lost their son, and, you know, he's cheated on her, and that whole song, like when she says, there's a grief too powerful to name, I'm just like, oh, not to mention her voice is incredible. So, um, love that one. Whew, okay. Not gonna cry. Another, what is her name? Angela? Angel? Why did I forget her name all of a sudden? Okay, the girl that plays Angelica. Number 4 is Satisfied. Satisfied, another gorgeous song. I love the rewind intro into it. And then again, just something about her voice. It's so powerful. Number 3 is The Room Where It Happens. One of the best songs in the show. Leslie Odom Jr. steals. Yeah, my number 3 and number 2 are both his songs, and I swear to God, he just lights up the whole stage by himself with The Room Where It Happens and Wait for It. Wait for It, chills every time. And then number 1 is My Shot. It's the theme of the movie.
Yeah.
Just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. And I'm not throwing away my shot. It's so catchy too. I'm not throwing away my shot. Okay. But yeah, it just, it's so hard to pick because every song is good, but just, I think those are the ones that always like make me feel the most feelings. Hello? Are you there? Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, I thought
Oh,
that's why you couldn't hear me. So I
oh,
was disconnecting and reconnecting really quickly. So
gotcha.
I was gonna go for my top 5 for patriotic musicals because I
Yeah.
sincerely feel like there was enough, but then I started thinking about it, and then I actually had to pull it up on Google because I wasn't my brain wasn't firing enough to come up with at least 5, and then I'm like, there's really not 5 that I've seen that I would consider patriotic
I mean, I
musicals.
can think Hamilton and South Pacific off the top of my head. I'm sure there's more, but I can't think of a lot
1776.
either. Oh, yeah.
But then after that, what Google had
Mhm.
listed, it's like, I don't know if I consider that patriotic. I don't know if I consider that patriotic. So
Hmm.
I just put a pin in that one, and I'm not doing that one. I
All
washed
right.
my hands clean, and because it was kind of
You
last
washed
minute.
that top 5 right out of your hair?
I
Gonna
was
wash that
hoping that you would
hair
catch
right
that
out of
reference.
my hair.
That will be in a couple of weeks on an evening at the movies, but
Yep.
because I needed something really quick, so we're just going to go with KCB's personal top 5 favorite musicals of all time.
Okay.
So 3 honorable mentions, and I challenge you, co-hostess, to try and figure out what my number 1 is.
I mean, I think I know, but
Well, by the time we get to 5, 4, 3, 2, you should know what number 1's going to be. So, all right, I have 3 honorable mentions. Number 1, uh, Crooked Grandpa Joe, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Number 2, Labyrinth. Rest in peace,
oh,
David Bowie.
yeah. Yes.
Number 3, coming soon, very soon, on an evening at the movies. Little Shop, Little Shop of
Little Shop
Horrors.
of Horrors. Good one.
All right, so we've got number 5, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Epic choice.
Uh, I don't think any of my five are horrible choices by any stretch of the
I'm sure
imagination.
they're not.
Number four, shout out to Marlon Brando and Sinatra, Guys and Dolls.
Ah,
I don't
yes.
honestly know how that wasn't one of my that I picked for this month anyway, because
Yeah,
that's how much I love
it's
Guys
a
and
good
Dolls.
one.
Uh, Number three, the less inappropriate of the two, Grease. Number two, starring Johnny Depp, Sweeney Todd.
I knew that was going to
Eh,
be your two, and that. Oh, wait a minute. I actually don't know if I know your number one because I thought I did, but there's another one you haven't mentioned. Interesting. Okay, go ahead. I'm a little confused, but let's see which way you
Uh,
go.
does it help if I mention the fact that there's no Disney on my top five list?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm honestly my number one is uh, a franchise because I'm not picking and choosing, but it's The Wizard of Oz, Wicked,
Oh,
The
yeah.
Wiz, all of that.
That's what I thought your number one would be, but where's West Side Story? Isn't that one of your
Honorable
favorites?
mention number four.
Okay. I thought for sure
I
that's
mean,
why when you got to it, I was
I'm
like,
telling, like I said earlier in the show, I mean, you can't tell me I don't love music. There are so many movies that got left off this list that I feel like, and again, if you factor in movies like The Lion King and all of
right.
that, that totally skews everything as well. So,
So for me, when I do it, I have to separate them into like genres. Like I will talk about movie musicals as in musicals that are based off Broadway shows. Okay. There's that subsection. But then there's the animated and the Disney and like Wizard of Oz.
mhm.
There's different types, like High School Musical. Like there's different types. And so I will usually separate them out from each other to make it easier because it's too hard to pick.
It's Sophie's Choice.
Yeah. So I would separate movie musicals not based on a Broadway show in one category, and then movie musicals based on Broadway shows. There you go. Still terrifyingly hard. I can't hear you. Gonna watch that man right out of my hair.
All right. So I feel like we know the number, but we don't know the reference. And I'm going to throw this up against the wall and hope it sticks and let you go first again. And hopefully you don't Gooma me.
I
So,
actually hadn't even really thought about what I was going to do. So, um, okay. So obviously, I love this movie, show, whatever. George took me to see it on Broadway for my birthday a couple of years ago. It wasn't the original cast, obviously, but still, to sit in one of the little boxes up and on the, Rogers Theater or whatever was like an epic experience. I don't care. It's very informative. It's very pop culture related. It's, interesting. They take history and make it where you want to know, what's going to happen. And thinking about what a volatile time this was in the world, like it's just crazy. Um, and
yeah.
like Hamilton says, we fought for a country that we now get to build, and Burr's just still sitting there not wanting to take a stand. And it's like, bro, like, look, this is our time. We get to right, wrong, or indifferent, do whatever we want. So, I love all the performances, the singing, the humor, the choreography. It's just all chef's kiss amazing. Um, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 broken-hearted King George's.
Oh,
John
thank God!
Adams.
I totally
Good
thought
luck.
you were heading down the road to Gumami, and I was like,
That would have
I'm
been
gonna
pretty
hate
cool.
you. I'm really gonna hate you if you do it.
Oh, I'm listening, but I'm grabbing something to show real quick. So go ahead, and I'll be right back.
Okay. So yeah, obviously multiple attempts to get from point A to point B aside, but um, yeah, I made it through. It may have taken me a year or two to get there, but I did. Um, again, I don't hate this movie by any stretch of the imagination. Um, I think, like I said earlier, it's well directed, it's well written, it's well acted. It's the choreography is incredible. The vocal performances are out of this world.
Yeah.
Um, it's definitely something that I will say I am going to go back and watch again, just because I really, now that I've made it through, I want to let it sink in and see just how much more impact it has on me this time around.
Yeah.
Um, for that point, though, I'm going to go 4.5 scandalous historical retellings out of 5.
Nice. So for people that are watching, if you love Hamilton, I highly recommend you pick up this book. It's called Hamilton the Revolution, written by Lin-Manuel Miranda and this other guy, and it's basically the, I never know if I say this word right, the libretto, it's like the telling of like the story, all the songs. It's like the thing they usually make books like this that'll accompany like Broadway musicals, but the paper is so like old school, and there's pictures of like this is from Lynn's different notebooks when he was writing stuff. Um, the lyrics to all the songs are in here. And just behind the scenes stuff. And like, anyway, this book is just beautiful. It's very interesting. It's a great companion to the musical. No, they are not sponsoring me, but I'm just saying, if you're a Hamilton lover, highly recommend this book. It's like a $45 book. It's not cheap, but it's worth it. So,
I mean, they could sponsor an evening at the movies. We would greatly appreciate
yeah,
it.
I'd love that. I'd love it.
Um, but obviously, we can't wrap up the episode as always without thanking the viewers for being here each and every week. You guys are incredible, amazing, beautiful, um, all the wonderful adjectives, none of the negative adjectives, um, all of that. Um, coming up on an evening at the movies, we've got more Sing Along with Amanda month. We're back here in a couple of days to talk West Side Story. We're back here in a week and a half to talk about Hairspray and uh, Buck South Pacific and Little Shop of Horrors with Dre. Lots of good stuff coming up. Um, I won't even bother down the road. We know sometimes I do that. We're not going to. I'm going to try and get better on that. So great stuff coming up. I'm very excited for this month, and I look forward to a lot more spirited discussions over the next 4 episodes. Um, but yeah, again, happy 250th, America. We love you and all your imperfections. Um, thank you to everybody who has fought and sacrificed for our country as well. You guys are just as amazing as the country that we live in. Um, but with all of that said, I'm going to turn the microphone over to my injured co hostess. and let her do what she does. And we will see everybody next week. So, co-hostess, the floor is yours.
All right. I hope everybody had a fun and safe fourth, safer than mine. We hope you enjoyed this show and come back for more musicals. And we hope you come back for anything at the movies. Goodbye.
Deuces.